Hello, welcome to my YouTube channel. My name is Trevor Cutmore and I really hope that you subscribe, push the notification and make your comments so I can answer your questions. This week, what I'm going to talk to you about is, should I be investing right now in the UK property market? What a great question. And many of you are sitting there thinking, well, should I, shan't I, shouldn't I, shan't I? Look, in my opinion, I think there's always the right time to invest, but you've got to find the right property. Don't be in a hurry and don't make foolish mistakes is the key thing. I cannot overemphasize that. I'm looking at a lot of stuff, I've been viewing properties, and just end of last week I viewed one. I spoke to the agent and they wanted to know my feedback, and I said, look, for the amount of work that I've got to do and the amount of money that they want, it doesn't work for me at this price. So at the minute, where it needs to be is so far away from what you want, it doesn't work for me. Now, she didn't ask me how much it would work at, and that's fine. I said, look, come back to me if it doesn't sell. And they drop their price and then significantly, and then we can see. So that's the right thing to do. Don't stop making offers. That's crazy. And the other thing is to look at rent-to-rent opportunities, lease option opportunities, and start to look, how can I add value? That's what I'm doing in everything I look at, including that property last week that I looked at. It was a property, it was a terrace house on 3 floors, and I wanted to turn it into 3 apartments. Unfortunately, there was a chimney that had a return on it coming across the room, which was actually shared with next door, and that would take a lot of effort to take the chimney down, to show up next door and everything, and it made it, well, it wasn't cost effective to do the job. But I am looking, and I believe that is the way to go, is look for opportunity. There's 2 things, opportunity, I think, in this market right now. One is to add the value, whether you're cutting it up into flats, whether you can build outside, whether you can get planning gain. But it has to be add value, add value, add value. If you can do that, I think it's the right time to invest. Yes, it's going to decline. Yes, we're going to see that, but that means we can get more and more. And when it starts to decline, you won't be able to buy all of them. That's why you need the lease option training, and so you know how to do a lease option successfully, and so you can improve and grow your portfolio and increase your cash flow. Talking about cash flow, the second thing that I think we should be doing in this market is to talk to people landlords who have poor paying tenants, non-paying tenants, who are fed up with managing their property during this time, where they're having to put the rents down, etc., where tenants are just at a loss. They can't stand managing it with the problems which are coming out. So what we need to do is to spend this time to meet those landlords, sit down and talk to them, inspect their properties. Some of them are going to be really, really bad condition, and you'll have to make a decision. Do I invest some money, which the property is not mine, or is it an easy fix, a bit of paint, maybe a carpet, not too much, and I can take it on? But by meeting these people now, you'll be able to set yourself up for doing something like a rent-to-rent or a lease option. Now, if it's a rent-to-rent, then maybe you just need to build that relationship, start the contracts, start to work towards, and take it on in the new year, maybe middle or end of January, because up until then, it's not a great time to take property on. It never has been. Forget COVID, it never has been a great time to take property on just before Christmas, trying to find people who want to move in there. Remember, the lenders will stop evicting people. Generally, this is year on year, on the 11th of December to the 11th of Jan, they won't evict people because of the Christmas time. It's bad press for them. And that time is when it's hardest, where people are not moving because they say, do you know what? We're free, we're not moving. So to take stuff on where people have to give a month's notice, it's not the best time to go into rented. So my advice would be looking to build the relationship, get the contracts to start maybe mid to late January, and there you go. And if you want to know more on how to do that, then this Saturday, I think it's the 15th, I think it is, or 14th, 15th, whatever it is, of November, 10 o'clock, we have a webinar being run by Lesley Tao. Now, Lesley Tao is probably the only person I know in the country who has actually grown the portfolio in rent to rent, and of her mentees across the country all the way through COVID. She's got 100% rental, and she can show you and talk to you how she's done that. So I'll put the link down here. Come on, book your place and listen to an expert to tell you how to do rent to rent the right way, because there are no shortcuts. If you're thinking of doing any shortcuts with you know, homemade contracts, or especially with options as well, forget it. Don't do it, don't touch it. It's just not something you want to do. So coming back, should we invest in this time? Yes, we should certainly be looking. Don't get too lazy, sit on your laurels and do nothing. It's about getting out, viewing property, building contacts, because remember, a lot of investors now have shrunk back. A lot of buyers are starting to shrink back, but the property market is open. What better time have we got to build relationships with these estate agents? The solicitors are working. Valuers, they're still working. It's funny, I've had some remortgages going through. One property remortgaging, and the valuer came out pretty much within days of booking. Another one for 2 properties, I'm having to wait about 10 weeks, not 10 weeks, about 9 weeks for them to come along. But things are there moving, and we just need to make sure that we're in the right position. So should you invest in? Yes. The right property, go for it. And again, there's deals to be made right now. Don't wait and wait and wait. I've seen it too many times. People say, I'll wait for the bottom. By the time the bottom comes, everyone else is there, relationships, and you actually don't pick up anything which is good. You probably pick up something which is something being left over by many other investors. I hope you enjoy it. Please put your comments down, share this. Don't forget to book on that webinar. Have a great week, and may God bless you. Take care. Bye-bye.